as an entrepreneur, one of your advantages is knowing when to implement strategies, ideas, and concepts, and when you're behind. And when you take a look at AI, the question is, where are we in the stage of business where it's required versus where it's just novel? Now, at some point, you have to make this decision. So why does it matter for you and your business when it comes to valuations and even getting ahead? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan, coming to you live from Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales, growth, opportunity, AI, and some advantages, and a fantastic day to talk about you. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento. So when you take a look at where we are in the curve of having AI in business, I want to give you a comparison. You know, personal computers came out late 80s, early 90s, and it was like, hey, these computer things are kind of cool. And by 2000, it was like, if you don't have computers in your business, you can still run a business. You're just behind. When we're taking a look and we're doing that comparison, like, okay, if this was computers, where are we with AI? It's like 2002, 2003. So if you're like, okay, Scott, give me some really good examples so I can pick up on this. If we said stage one was standard operating procedures, any job that's got an SOP can now really be done through AI. Like past 2025, 2024, that was like the age of SOP. Stage two is pattern recognition. What kind of patterns can we take a look at? That's like 2026, 2027, maybe 2028. Stage three is structured decision making. So if something has to go to a supervisor or a manager for a final decision, that's where it's at. So stage one, standard operating procedure. Think of any job, any task inside of your organization where someone could just look at a map and go, these are the things that I've got to do. And like, that's my job and that's my role. AI, for the most part, can do most of those jobs. You can answer phones. You can send out email reminders. You could do basic documents all off of AI, right? Pattern recognition. That's where we are right now. And if you're thinking like, hey, Scott, what impact does this have on my business? Well, that's a good question. Today, I was on a call with Roland Frazier, and we were talking about where AI is in business. And he was sharing, this is from Roland, I want to make sure to give credit where credit's due, that AI is the bare minimum right now. And that moving forward in business and business valuation and getting the top for your business, if you're not implementing AI, there's a deduction of like, hey, you're too far behind. So that deduction could be 10%, 20%, 30%. And let's give you real numbers. If you're going to sell your company for $3 million, we take a 10% hit. That's 300 grand. We take a 20% hit. That's 600. And if you take a 30%, it's almost $1 million. Right? So like, you're like, hey, Scott, how important is it to put AI in my business? I'm like, to the top, super importante, as I like to say. And so like when you're sitting here and you're like, hey, what should I be targeting first? Let's go stage one. Anywhere that there's an SOP, anywhere that you're like, hey, I have a list of tasks that somebody can do, those are the tools that you start looking for. Are there automatic dialers that I have to make outbound phone calls? Are there automated agents, AI agents that can pick up the phone and talk to somebody? And some of these agents, oh my goodness, you can barely tell they're not real. They can take a sales script and they can, like, with verbatim and perfect timing, say the sales script, right? And so salespeople, to an extent, there are some roles inside of sales that are in trouble. There are some roles inside of call centers that are in trouble. There are CSR roles that are in trouble. And the thing to remember is some of these tasks or some of these agents may cost $1,000 a month. Okay, let's just do some easy math. If somebody is making $20 an hour, that means they're making $800 a week or $1,600 every 2 weeks. They're making $3,200 a month. Okay, you could get an agent to replace multiple people at $1,000 a month. And so when private equity, when investors take a look and they're like, where can we save money? Where can we take some of this away? It's the jobs that are repetitive. It makes a company that much more profitable. And so when I say AI is the bare minimum in business, I don't say that to be mean. Let's go back to the stages. You got SOPs and patterns. If we're here in stage two, and you got pattern recognition, salespeople are on the chopping block. Not all, some. And it's like some of the mid-level management that you have is on the chopping block, and you got to be aware of it. So if you're not implementing AI in your business, you're missing out, and it could be ruining your valuation. There you go. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon.